First, today what we're going to discuss is pitching and chipping around the green. How can you develop a simple technique that's going to help you hit the ball closer with your wedge shots and lower your scores? So if you've not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you subscribe to my channel under Jamie Allen Golf, like my other videos, and today what we're going to discuss is 3 simple tips that you can stick to when you are pitching and what I like to see kind of in a good setup position. So I'm going to kind of cover 3 common faults that I see quite regularly when coaching and in general day-to-day playing golf. So fault number 1 I see when pitching is a lot of golfers, if I was to kind of come close to the camera, fault number 1 is when people take the club back, and what tends to happen is the body stops turning, so the chest remains kind of square towards the golf ball. The arms keep moving, okay, so the arms get just a little bit too long slightly early. So what that causes, it causes the club to kind of work. So if this is a loft on the golf club, then what tends to happen is the loft kind of works up too early, the leading edge gets off the ground too early, and then that's where we can thin it, or we get the loft going too much, and that's where the kind of leading edge digs into the ground. So that's fault number 1, where the body stops turning, the arms keep going. And fault number 2 I see is when people get into the impact position and their chest, so their chest or the zips on their jacket gets too much towards the ground, okay, so they get too much tilt in their upper body, the right shoulder kind of gets a little bit too low compared to their left, and then from there everything kind of moves towards the ground. So to kind of implement a more consistent strike, then what we have to do, we have to allow, so guys, the chest not working towards the golf ball, the chest works towards the sky, okay, so feel like you're almost trying to get your chest to point towards the target as quickly as possible, kind of almost in that action, okay. So fault number 1, remember, the body has to turn, okay, if the body stops turning, then that's where we kind of get that shot where the club head kind of overtakes the hands, so we're rotating the body towards the target, so the top end of the club and the kind of chest are kind of in good relationship, almost kind of like that, and then from there everything turns, the body moves, the club moves with the body, chest to work towards the sky, so kind of almost in that action, everything's moving up towards the sky, almost in that action. Fault number 3 I see is when people get the club head almost overtaking the hands, so almost kind of in this position, where from there the butt end of the club, so the butt end of the club's working away from the body, and then the club head gets too far in front of the hands. The cane up your left forearm and up the shaft of the club, and from there if I flip in this position, then the shaft, the cane on the cane is going to collide with my body. So what we need to do is allow the body to turn, allow the chest to work towards the sky, and keep the butt end, I keep a gap between the butt end of the club and the cane attached to the golf club, so kind of almost in this position. So let's put these 3 kind of tips into practice. So rotate the body, chest towards the sky, and then keep the club working towards the target. Number 1, keep the body rotating towards target, keep a close relationship between the butt end of the club and your chest, and keep the chest working towards the sky, so the chest has to extend towards target, almost as if you're chesting a football if you play football. And obviously tip number 3, keep the butt end of the club and the club head in a good line. We don't want to flip, and that's where the cane's going to collide with my body, so keep the club moving through impact, and hopefully that's going to lower your scores. If you like the video, if you like what you see, comment below with your thoughts on this video and any other topics you want me to discuss. Comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you'd like me to analyse your swing, email me your swing at jamieallen@live.com. I'll get back to you ASAP, and make sure you visit all my other social media platforms. Thanks for listening.